The world's first passenger jet was a luxurious death trap. Today, jet-powered plane travel is easy to take for granted. We're used to that surge of speed along the runway that pins us to our seats, those moments when we burst through ominous clouds into bright blue skies, and the gentle pings warning us to fasten seatbelts. And we're used to arriving at our destination in one piece. And the first jet plane builder to claim a place in the skies, beating out United States rivals like Boeing, was the British aviation company de Havilland. That advantage wouldn't last. The original Comet DH106 enjoyed only a brief reign before a series of catastrophes led its entire fleet to be pulled out of service and then tested to destruction or left to rot. Despite their beauty and innovation, the fuel-thirsty engines weren't fully up to the job, struggling to drag the Comet into the air. This meant pilots sometimes pulled up too early or ran out of runway. The resulting accidents were horrendous, but the design and engineering shortcomings that eventually led to the Comet's demise were even more catastrophic. Before it became a byword for danger, though, the Comet was a showcase for the opulent possibilities of travel. It went faster, it went higher, it was much smoother to ride, Walsh says. It was a revelation, the Concorde of its day. However, it did not hold on to that position for long. Too high, too fast, too soon, that was the trouble, says Walsh. Back in the main cabin of the de Havilland Museum's Comet, one side of the aircraft has been stripped away to reveal the skin of the fuselage and the fixings around the airplane's windows, plus the rivets used to hold them in place. That cabin wall was the most fatal of the Comet's several flaws, as the aircraft quickly transformed from a triumph of inventive engineering to a terrifying study in design failure. On March 3, 1953, not even a year since its first scheduled flight, a Comet became the first passenger jet plane involved in a fatal accident when a flight operated by Canadian Pacific Airlines crashed into a drainage canal during takeoff, killing 5 crew and 6 passengers. 2 months later, another crash during takeoff in India killed all 43 people on board. Things got worse the following year. On January 10, 1954, a Comet broke apart in midair on a flight to Italy, killing 35 people on board. The incident raised the alarm that there were potential structural problems with the aircraft, resulting in a worldwide grounding for several weeks. Then, shortly after flights resumed, another mid-air accident on April 4, 1954, killed all 21 people on board. After that, the Comet 1A was grounded for good. Water tank tests on Comet hulls later concluded that the aircraft's skin was unable to withstand the repeated pressurization and depressurization required for high-altitude flying. Cracks appeared around bolt holes and rivets, resulting in explosive breaches in the fuselage around openings such as a cargo door or rooftop antenna. Next to the Comet, the de Havilland Museum displays a section of fuselage that was tested to breaking point. It's a tribute to the thoroughness of the aviation investigators who sought to find the airplane's fatal flaws, but also a disturbing reminder of the tragic cost of pushing the frontiers of aviation. While the Comet 1A never flew commercially again, it spawned later versions that went on to be successful, equipped with more powerful Rolls-Royce jet engines and stronger fuselages. But by the time the Comet 4 entered service in 1958, it faced competition from Boeing 707 and the Douglas DC-8, both of which were considered more efficient and desirable by the airlines of the time. De Havilland's status in commercial aviation had passed its zenith. The company was later bought by another British aviation giant, Hawker Siddeley, and the brand all but vanished, although a one-time subsidiary, de Havilland Canada, is still in operation. The Comet may have gone from the skies, but the legacy it left behind can still be seen in the airplanes we fly today. The innovation that went into the 1A and the deadly mistakes that went with it helped shape the aircraft that succeeded it and make them safer. Without somebody starting the whole thing and getting something in operation, then obviously everybody else won't follow, adds Walsh. So it needs somebody innovating the idea, producing the idea, and getting it working to say that an aircraft, a jet aircraft, can take off with passengers on board. The Comet is famed for the problems it had, which is a little bit unfair, because it was really an innovation of its time.